Hi, and welcome to this training video about my framework on how to be 90% successful in cold messaging positive responses. What does it mean? It means that personally, in the years, I developed a way to contact people on Messenger, okay, so that 90% of the time when they see my message, they answer positively. And just 1% is annoyed from my contact. Okay, so the first thing that I want to tell you that this is something which is based on a principle that I learned in a self-improvement booklet. Okay, and you can get this booklet in clicking on the button below this video. Okay, and I'm going to tell you shortly the theory which lies behind this framework that I developed. It is quite simple, okay? And I'm just applying what I learned from this booklet. Okay, basically, it is based on the ARC triangle. So it is a triangle, which means understanding, and the ARC stands for affinity, reality, and communication triangle. Okay, this is a triangle with 3 corners, okay? And I show you this image. So this is the booklet, the components of understanding, okay? And we have this triangle, and here there is the affinity, here there is the reality, and here there is the communication. You can write here an A, an R, and a C for affinity, reality, and communication. So what does it mean? In order to be understanding between 2 persons, there must be what is called and known as ARC, affinity, reality, and communication. What is affinity? Let's clear the definitions, basic definitions. So affinity is just what you feel, what a person or an animal or a living being feels towards something, okay, which can be positive, happiness, joyness, or it can be negative, anger, sadness, or can be neutral, like boredom, okay. And the more positive is this affinity, the more you tend to stay closer to the person, object, or animal that you feel affinity for. Okay, so just think about if you have a pet, a cat or a dog, okay, and if you like your pet, of course you tend to stay near to spend a lot of time with your pet, or your husband or your wife. If both of you love each other, you tend to stay a lot of time together, so the distance is closer. If you think about someone that you hate, what you realize quite fast is that you tend and try to stay as far away as possible from that person because you don't like him or her. Okay, so basically affinity can be also defined as the consideration of the distance. Okay, the more affinity there is, the closer you stay with that person or object or animal. The less affinity, the more negative the affinity is, the less affinity there is, the less closer you tend to stay with that person, animal, or object. Okay, say that you don't like dogs, okay, the affinity is very low, so you tend to stay really distant from dogs because you're afraid, okay, something happens, and so on and so forth. So you can see that this is true. So this is the affinity, so what you feel towards something or someone, okay? Then there is the reality. The reality is defined as what is real, okay? So, for example, for you now that are watching this training video, it is real that I'm speaking in a video and you are watching a video with me speaking and giving you this knowledge, okay? So we agree that you are watching a video, right? So basically, we have this reality in common. We know, okay, that you are watching this video. For me, it is real that you're watching this video. For you, it's real that you're watching this video. So we agree that you're watching this video. So as you can see, reality equals to agreement. The more reality in common you have with someone, the more agreement there is with this someone. Okay, so if you, for example, let's make an example. Think about a person that you like a lot, and you will notice, thinking about this datum that I gave you, that there are a lot of things you agree upon together with his or her viewpoints. There are a lot of things that you agree than the things that you don't agree upon. Okay, and the opposite. If you're angry with someone, if you don't like someone, you will notice that the common points are really little, really few. Okay, there are not a lot of things that you agree upon. What he or she thinks or does is not that much real to you. You don't understand. You don't understand. You see, you don't understand why she or he does what he's doing or thinks like he is or she is thinking. Okay. So we have the affinity, which is the consideration of the distance, and reality, which is basically agreement. Okay, and then there is the communication, affinity, reality, and communication, which is the most important point of the triangle. Communication can be defined basically as the exchange of particles between two terminals. They can be two persons, a person and an animal, a person and an object. Let's say a person had his or her computer, for example. Okay, but basically we are speaking about living beings. So two persons or two animals, or a person and an animal. I mean, even plants. You know, some people notice that when you communicate with plants, they stay better. And with communication, we don't mean just speaking. We don't speak to plants, for example. There are many levels of communication. There is the verbal communication. You speak with another being, and if your message goes from you to him or her, and he or she notices it and understands it, so you have this communication, then this person can also communicate to you backwards. Okay. There is also the emotional level of communication. You know, for example, when someone is angry, okay, you feel this anger. You know, for example, you entered in your home sometime, okay, in the past, in your parents' home, and you could feel the heavy atmosphere, right? Something was just happened before you entered. Maybe they were speaking about you, maybe they were angry, there was something bad happening at home, and then you entered, okay, and you felt this atmosphere. Okay, this is the emotion, okay, that you can feel, the emotion that the other people are just emanating, are just putting outside, okay, like the wavelength, okay, and you receive this emotional vibration, and this is emotional communication. There is also the solid communication. For example, touching a person, touching a wall, touching an animal, okay, when you just know someone and you just grab his or her hand, this is solid communication. Okay, there is a communication line, okay, and it is solid. Okay, or you just, there is also an unpleasant solid communication when someone punches you, okay, or slaps you. Okay, this is communication, but it's a low level communication. So, and also about at a level of thought, for example, kind of like telepathy. Okay, for example, someone says you something, you're thinking about something while speaking with another person, or suddenly the other person in the room says, you know what, I was thinking about blah, and it was exactly the same thing that you was thinking, and you said, oh my God, it was exactly what I was thinking right now, you know. So there was some sort of communication on the thought level of thought, okay, and then you or him, her verbalized it, and you recognize that, oh my God, or she or he recognized that it was exactly what he or she was thinking, and you verbalized it because there was this instant thought communication at a level of the thought, okay, and then you verbalized it. So probably it happens in your life. So there are different levels. Okay. All of this, these three corners makes what is called understanding. Okay, these are the studies of L. Ron Hubbard, okay, a philosopher, practical philosopher. Okay, and you can see in your life several examples on how these things can be true for you. Okay, just don't believe me, just search in your memories every time that something like this happened, when you were angry and you wanted to stay away from a person, when you liked a person and you wanted to stay closer, when you were, for example, thinking about something and another person just told you that he or she was thinking about it. Okay, these are things that you can remember. If they happen that in your life, then it means that they are true. If they are true for you, then they are true. If they are not true for you, they are not true. Just make these tests. Try to remember moments in your life when these things happened. So basically, there is a law about this triangle that if you can increase one of these three angles, also the other two increases. And if you lower one of these three angles, the other two lowers as well. Let's make an example. Is it true? Let's see. Can you remember once that when you were happy, okay, and then you received a call, okay, you were happy with friends, you received a call about someone in your family that had an accident or just had an injury or suddenly was ill. How did you feel? You feel bad. You become sad, worried. What happened? Yeah, you were happy a few instants earlier with your friends or doing whatever you wanted to do, you love to do, and then what happened is that you received this call, this communication via your mobile phone, okay, and the level of communication was about sadness or worry, you know. For some of you, could even be the death of a loved one, okay, and you just crushed down. Your emotional level went down, okay. So you were happy, having a high level communication then, and it was real to you what you were doing in that moment, and then another communication line arrived to you and was carrying low affinity, okay, and low reality communication, okay, about someone, because you didn't know something that happened to someone, and then you suddenly knew about it, and the person who was speaking to you was sad or worried, okay, I know, you know that he had a car accident and so on and so forth. Oh, how is he and so forth? Oh my God, you know. So what happened? You received a low level communication, so the communication went low. I mean, sorry, the reality went low. You had a reality, okay, a high level reality, okay, and then a reality arrived through a communication line, and you started being worried, and your friends say, what happened? What's happening? No, nothing. Please let me know. You don't want to communicate anymore with them because you want to know about this. So all the communication lines, okay, with your friends in that moment just are cut because you are worried. Your affinity went low, you were happy, and your affinity went low immediately, okay? You became worried, and then also your reality, they are no more real to you. Now this is real, they are no more real to you, and you are don't want to speak with them at this moment. So affinity went lowered, the affinity corner went low, okay, and then also the reality and communication went low. So now let's think about another example, okay? You were stressed and so on and so forth. You knew that you had to do a task within a certain period of time in your workplace, okay? And you was thinking, I don't know how to do this. I don't have enough time. I have to do this and so I will never do this. I can't do this, you know, I cannot do this really. I don't have enough time. And you were trying, finding a solution, so on and so forth. And then your boss came and said, oh, by the way, do you know the task that I asked you to do? Yes, it is. I don't have enough time to do this. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry. That customer said that we can do that task. Okay, we have 1 month of time because he doesn't need that anymore right now. And you feel relief. Okay, you feel happy. So what happened? You were worried, so your affinity was low. Okay, because it was not real for you that you could do that thing. Okay, within the time limit that was imposed to you. Okay, and so you were not communicating with people. I mean, you were just thinking about how can I do this, how can I do this, and your communication with other persons, other people was inexistent. You see, you know, it was not real to you that you could do that within that time. Okay, in 1 day, 2 days, for example, it was not real to you. So your affinity was low. Instead of being happy, you were worried, and your communication level was also low. And when your boss, because you were thinking about it instead of speaking with people. Okay, and then the boss came and said, "Oh, by the way, you don't need to do this tomorrow. Okay, you have now 1 month time." So he came, and with a communication line, your boss said, give you another reality, which is in agreement with your own reality. I cannot do this in 2 days, but I can do this in 1 month. This is real for me. And when he matched the same reality, yeah, 1 month of time. Okay, yeah, I can do this 1 month. You agree? What happened? Your freedom went up. Why? Because you received this communication. So you received the communication, okay? Increasing the communication, you received the reality, which was the same reality that you had personally. I can do this in 1 month, okay? And then your affinity increased. And then you said, "Oh, yeah, that's fine. Oh, thank you very much. Really, thank you very much. You're happy." Okay, and you feel understood. The understanding between you and the boss is increased. And also the customer, yeah, unfortunately the customer understood that maybe this was not the case. 1 day or 2 days time was not a real thing that could have been done. Okay, so you see that when one of these corners rises, the other two rises, and when one of these corners goes down, but the other two goes down as well. So the triangle can expand or shrink depending on moments. When you have good news, okay, your mood, communication, high level communication, your mood, affinity increases, and so you are more agreeable, okay? Things are more real to you, okay? When the opposite happens, okay, then it shrinks. Lower communication, lower affinity, and lower reality. Okay, now that you know the theory and where I learned about this, okay. By the way, you can get the booklet. Click on the button below, okay. And so that you will have all the details, everything, the applications in the job, family, relationship, whatever, because understanding is something that is applied to everything. You have to understand how your computer works. You have to understand how your wife or your husband think. Okay, you have to understand how you have to understand your colleagues. Okay, you have to understand your friends. You have to understand your kids. You have to understand how to do your job better. You have to understand everything. So this is a fundamental that can be applied to everything. You will have all the details and the description, also the diagrams that shows you better, okay, more in depth what I just explained to you. So click on the button below, you can get the booklet. Now let's see how can we apply this, how I personally apply this. So basically what I do is, we say if the reality communicate, the reality is agreement, okay? So in order to contact someone on Facebook Messenger, okay, and have a high response, okay, positive response, which means the affinity of that person must be positive towards me, okay? he or she must be willing to speak with me, and so he or she must have some affinity for me. But how can we do this if he or she doesn't even know about me? Okay, we use the principle that if you increase one of the corners, the other two are going to increase. So how can I make so that I can be liked from a person who doesn't know me on Facebook sending a message? We can increase the communication, we can increase the reality. So the most important corner of the triangle is communication, because it's the first thing that you do. Well, Massimo, I don't speak with people immediately. Before I speak, there's some time. Yeah, but before you speak with someone in person, the person sees you and you see the person. So this is visual communication. There is a message arriving. They see your body, you see their body. Okay, then there is also, the more you go closer, okay, the more perception you receive. How he or she smells. Does he or she smells good or not? This is another communication, okay? Another communication by your nose. Maybe you then go closer, okay? And you start hearing what he or she says to other person. And then there is another communication channel that you acquire, okay? So basically, there is always some kind of communication level. And this is why, one of the reasons why communication is the most important, because communication can easily, is the first thing that you do with someone or something in order to increase your understanding. If you don't understand something, you go and study. What are you doing? I don't understand how cars work. Let me see. You go, I don't know, reading a book, or you go on YouTube, and you check, you are communicating, then you click on a video and information comes. You are communicating. Now you are receiving communications, visual and audio communication. And then when you start having more reality about how the car works, what makes it working, how you drive a car, and so on and so forth, you say, now I understand. You see, now I understand. Understanding increases with communication. The car becomes more real, and you say, oh, cool. You see, cool, and you start smiling. Oh, cool, and you start understanding. Okay, your feeling increases. Same thing you have to do on Messenger. On Facebook Messenger, you do the same thing. You use communication. Basically, you use Facebook Messenger, okay, and you send a communication message. But how must this message be in order to be accepted? And it will be accepted if the person likes us. But how, Massimo? The person doesn't even know how can she or he like us? We use the reality corner of this triangle. Affinity, reality, and communication. We send a communication with something which is real to them. We increase the communication with something which is real to them, and this will increase automatically the affinity, how they feel toward us. How do we do this? As I explained to you, the reality corner of the triangle, okay, means that we agree about things, okay? So, and that the reality means that, as I told you, we agree that you are watching this video, okay? So it is real to you and real to me that you are watching a video, okay? So in order to increase the reality through the communication, we have to find something that is real to him and real to me. I mean, yes, when I do this, I find something that is real to me, which is also real to him or her. And I put it into the message, into the communication. I put this reality into the message, okay? And then when I send this message, thanks to the things that I am speaking about, something that we have in common, the affinity rises immediately. and I receive response. Let's go into the practical side. I share the screen with you, okay, and we go into my messenger. Okay, messenger. Let's go. I have a lot of messages, you know. You can see these black ones are not answered yet. You see, look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I can carry on. I have a lot of messages, okay? Now let's see how we apply it. So, for example, this message here, you see this message here. What you see is, hi Benjamin, thanks for commenting on my post. This is my post, and he commented on my post. So the reality in common was that he commented on my post. And then I asked him, I'm from Italy, and you? I'm in the US. Yes, cool. And so on and so forth. So he answered me, and he carried on answering me, okay? Because I used something we had in common in my communication line. Let's see, for example, someone who answered to me, this person here. Let's go. Okay, let's go up here. Let's go here. Yeah, for example, hi, nice to meet you, Linda. Thanks for connecting with me. Are you still in the mastermind group? When I sent her a message, are you still in the mastermind group? Because I was in the same group. She said, of course, heart. Now your profile, good support, thank you, great. And then we just carried on speaking. This message was the message, the one, are you still in the mastermind group? Okay, with the common reality. And he answered immediately. The communication came back immediately with a good affinity. Let's go another one. I don't want to open this one because otherwise I have to answer. Let's see someone glad for this, me as well. Okay, let's see Kathy. Let's go. You see, hi, I see you like Grant Cardone as well. Like me. Nice to meet you. I'm from Italy, and you? USA. Cool, USA. About how long have you been following Grant? About a year. How long have you been following me? And so on and so forth. You see, I sent a message, and the message was about Grant Cardone. Why? Because I saw that she follows Grant Cardone. And I follow Grant Cardone as well. I am in his group. Okay, let's go to the next one. Ray. Okay, let's go here. Okay, hi Ray, I see you like also her. I see you like Grant Cardone as well. Nice to meet you. I'm from India. So I'm just asking something. I'm just telling something which is real to me and real to her. Okay, because I am in the Grant Cardone group, so I know that these persons are fan of Grant Cardone, and this is something common. And she's answering, hi Massimo, I wasn't notified your message until now. My apologies. He was apologizing. I'm from Texas, and then we carried on speaking. Okay. So Bob Kareman. Let's see this guy, Bob Kareman. Let's see, same thing. Hi Bob, I see you. Basically, you can do this with everyone. Hi Massimo. You know, and then I see you like Grant Cardone as well. You are in the 10X challenge group like me. More reality. Okay, nice to meet you. And a smile with affinity. I'm from Italy. Now I'm asking him something so that I can increase my reality towards him, because it is important that I like him as well. Otherwise, I'm not going to speak with him, because if I don't like him, you know. So I start asking questions so that he can answer me and he becomes more real. I told him that I'm from Italy. I'm giving him some more reality about me. Okay. So what I did was I found the common ground, the reality in common reality. I see you like Grant Cardone. Then even more, you are in a 10X challenge group like me. Then affinity, nice to meet you, and a smile. And then a question to have reality from him. I gave some reality about me. I am from Italy, and now I am asking something to get some reality from you. I'm Asman from Netherlands, currently in Aruba. Okay, as you can see, how did you feel when Italy won the Euros? Yeah, I'm not a great soccer fan, okay, but anyway, Italy won the European League, okay, the European Championship, so people knows in the world. Okay, so whenever you see, whenever I go, for example, this is how, yeah, you know, same thing here. And basically, you can do this also if you, for example, let's say that you are not in a Grant Cardone group, okay, but you are in Russell Brunson group. What you could say is, Mini, hello, I see you like Russell Brunson instead of Grant Cardone as well. I like Russell Brunson, of course. I'm in his groups and I follow him. Nice to meet you. I'm from Italy, and you? And she would have answered, I'm in England. Okay, so for example, if you are in the mastermind group, in a group of Dian Graziosi, or in a group of, I don't know, Tony Robbins, or a group of Bob Proctor, or in a real estate group, you're in a real estate group, what you could do would be, Mini, hello, I see that you like real estate as well. You see, nice to meet you. I'm from Italy, you? Oh, basically, we, through the communication, we send a message which has high reality. I see that you like it. And if she or he is in that group, he or she likes it most of the time, unless he or she is a troll. But this is another stuff. Okay, another thing. But 99% of the times, you will have a positive response thanks to this. Okay, so let's make a recap. You use the understanding in order to stay in touch with people, to know people. When you know people, you must have an high understanding of the other person. Okay, so this means that you have to observe what the other persons have his or her attention on. That is his or her reality. And when you know his or her reality, you can send a message with that reality. Okay, and this will increase immediately also the affinity, and this will make so that person will have a good affinity reality towards you, and also the hair communication side of the triangle will be high, and this is why he or she will answer to you. And you can just see this framework. I see you like, and you put the name of what he or she likes: Grant Cardone, Dian Graziosi, Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, Bob Proctor, real estate, dogs, cats. This means that you find this person in the same group where you are, only in the group of your niche, your business niche. Or if you don't, another way that you can do is you go on in their profile, see what they like, what they're speaking about. You can add that. Let's say they post a lot about their cat. You can write, Mini, hello, I see you like a lot. I love cat. I see you like cats a lot as well. If you like cats, or you could say, I see you like cats. Okay, nice to meet you. I am from Italy. You? Basically, what I do this with people in my niche, with people that have something in common with me. If you love cats, of course, you probably are in cats groups on Facebook. If you love dogs, same thing, and so on and so forth. If you love clocks, if you love knives, if you love whatever, you just go and contact people in these groups where you are already, okay, using this framework. Hello name, okay, I see you like name of the things or person that he or she likes as well. Nice to meet you. I am from the place where you're from, and you. Basically, it was like we were doing when we were kid and internet was not there. So I was just, when I was kid, I was may I play with? They were playing. I was seeing that they were playing, okay, with the ball, a soccer, and I was asking, hey, may I play with you as well? They didn't know me. They wanted to play. That was real to them. That was real to me. They are playing soccer. And the majority of time, unless they hated me, they were saying, yeah, okay, yeah, you can come, okay? You start playing. You start playing, you communicate with the ball instead of words. You pass the ball to your teammates, or you pass the ball, okay, you play the game, so you're communicating with the players, and then with your teammates, you start telling, oh, my name is Massimo, what's your name? My name is Luca. Okay, good. I am from this part of the town, and you are so, and you start, and then you make friends. Same thing on Facebook, same thing. Instead of seeing people watching, playing soccer or football or whatever sport, baseball or whatever, okay, you see what they like, where their attention are in through the fact that you are in the same Facebook group, or what you see in their timelines on their Facebook profiles. And this is also true for Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever platform, because it is a universal law. Okay, so thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, just message me, Massimo Bruno. Okay, you can find me on Facebook. Let's see, this is my show. Oh, I'm posting a video. I show my Facebook profile. You can see it. Okay. Okay, this is my Facebook profile. Okay, Massimo Bruno, and you can just send a message to me. Okay, and I will answer. Okay, and thanks a lot. Let me stop sharing the screen. Great. So if you want to know more, I coach people in free organic traffic strategies, as I shown you in let me share it again. Okay, what I do, I am an expert in free blueprint reels. Okay, how to turn on an endless stream of hot leads. Click here. Okay, and you will enter into my Facebook group. Okay, where I show people some free trainings. Okay, on how to get tons of leads. And I coach people, basically, I coach people in free organic traffic strategies, okay? So that, in a way, with tools and strategies that allows you to cut off 90% of the time and effort normally needed, okay, in using free organic traffic strategies instead of ads, okay? So if you want more information, just send me a message, okay? Or click in the button below. I'm clicking on the button below so that you can click on the button, send me a message, hashtag info coaching or hashtag coaching info, okay? And my Facebook Messenger will pop up, and you just type hashtag coaching info, okay? And I will answer, okay? Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. I appreciated it. And remember, there is always something to learn and a lot to earn. Ciao.